Chocolate fudge mooncakes are a modern twist on the traditional mooncake, a popular pastry enjoyed during the Mid-Autumn Festival. Unlike the traditional mooncakes with their traditional fillings, chocolate fudge mooncakes feature a rich and decadent chocolate fudge filling. The mooncakes consist of a tender and slightly crumbly pastry shell that encases a luscious, creamy chocolate fudge filling. The fudge filling is made with high-quality dark chocolate, condensed milk, and butter, resulting in a smooth and velvety texture with a deep chocolate flavor. These mooncakes offer a delightful combination of the traditional symbolism of the mooncake with the indulgent taste of chocolate. They provide a unique and luxurious experience for chocolate lovers, adding a modern and delicious twist to the Mid-Autumn Festival celebrations. Chocolate fudge mooncakes can be enjoyed as a sweet treat on their own or paired with a cup of tea or coffee. They are often presented in beautifully designed gift boxes, making them a thoughtful and delightful gift option for family, friends, and loved ones during the festive season. While not a traditional flavor, chocolate fudge mooncakes cater to those who appreciate the richness and sweetness of chocolate and desire a contemporary variation of the classic mooncake. When mixing crushed biscuits and melted butter for a recipe, such as for a crust or base, it is important to ensure that the ingredients are combined thoroughly. Here is a step-by-step guide on how to mix crushed biscuits and melted butter. Crush the biscuits. Start by crushing the biscuits into fine crumbs. You can use a food processor or place the biscuits in a sealed plastic bag and crush them with a rolling pin or the back of a spoon. Ensure that there are no large chunks remaining. Melt the butter. In a microwave-safe bowl or on the stove top, melt the butter until it is fully liquid. Be careful not to overheat or burn the butter. Combine the crushed biscuits and melted butter. Pour the melted butter over the crushed biscuits. Using a spatula or spoon, mix the two ingredients together until the biscuit crumbs are evenly coated with the butter. Continue mixing until the mixture resembles a crumbly texture that sticks together when pressed. Check the consistency. Pinch a small amount of the mixture between your fingers. If it holds its shape when pressed, it is ready. If it feels too dry and crumbly, you can add a little more melted butter, a teaspoon at a time, until the desired consistency is achieved. If it feels too wet and sticky, you can add a few more crushed biscuits to balance it out. Use the mixture as directed. Once the crushed biscuits and melted butter are mixed thoroughly, you can proceed to use the mixture as specified in your recipe. For example, press it into the bottom of a baking pan to create a crust for a cheesecake or use it as a base for a no-bake dessert. Remember to follow the specific instructions provided in your recipe, as the proportions and techniques may vary depending on the desired outcome. Adding condensed milk and butter to the melted chocolate. Cooling the chocolate fudge filling is an important step in the process to ensure that it sets properly and achieves the desired consistency. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to cool the chocolate fudge filling. Melting the chocolate. Begin by melting the dark chocolate. You can do this using a double boiler or by placing a heatproof bowl over a pot of simmering water. Make sure the bottom of the bowl doesn't touch the water. Stir the chocolate occasionally until it is completely melted and smooth. Adding the condensed milk and butter. Once the chocolate is melted, add the condensed milk and butter to the bowl. Stir continuously until the mixture is well combined and smooth. The condensed milk helps to sweeten the fudge filling and gives it a creamy texture, while the butter adds richness. Removing from heat. Once the mixture is smooth and well combined, remove the bowl from the heat source. This can be the double boiler or the pot of simmering water. Set the bowl on a heat-resistant surface. Allowing the filling to cool, let the chocolate fudge filling cool to room temperature. This allows it to thicken and set as it cools. You can leave it at room temperature for about 30 minutes to 1 hour, depending on the ambient temperature. Refrigerating for further cooling and setting. Optional if you want to speed up the cooling and setting process. You can transfer the chocolate fudge filling to a clean bowl and place it in the refrigerator. Let it chill for at least 1 to 2 hours, or until it becomes firm and holds its shape when spooned. Checking the consistency. After cooling, check the consistency of the chocolate fudge filling. It should be thick and spreadable but not too stiff. If it is too thick, you can gently warm it up over low heat or microwave it in short intervals to soften it slightly. Once the chocolate fudge filling has cooled and achieved the desired consistency, you can proceed with using it as specified in your recipe, whether it's filling mooncakes or using it in another delicious dessert.